The second book of Moses, called Exodus. During the interval of hundreds of years between Genesis and Exodus, the circumstances of the Israelites in Egypt changed drastically. From being favorably treated by Joseph, they were made slaves by a king who did not know about Joseph. 1:8. The book of Exodus begins then with the story of the birth of Moses and how God prepared him to bring the Israelites out of slavery, an excellent education in Pharaoh's court, and the discipline of desert living prepared Moses to lead Israel through the wilderness. Exodus records the dramatic confrontation of Moses and Pharaoh, the crossing of the Red Sea, the journey to Mount Sinai, and the two major events at Sinai, the giving of the law and the construction of the tabernacle. The book shows how God took an organized group of slaves and welded them together as a theocratic nation, a nation ruled by God. Outline 1. Moses the Deliverer 1:1-4:31. 2. The contest with Pharaoh 5:1-13:19. 3. From Egypt to Mount Sinai 13:20-19:2. 4. The covenant established 19:3-24:8. 5. The tabernacle for worship 24:9-40:38. Exodus chapter 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah; Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin; Dan and Naphtali; Gad and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already, and Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all the generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies, and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did sit over them taskmasters, to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick and in all manner of service in the field. All the service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shipra, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew woman, and see them upon the stalls, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him, but if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwives feared God, and did not ask the king, as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. And the king of Egypt called the midwives, and said unto them, why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively, and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them. Therefore God dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied, and waxed very mighty. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared God, that he made them houses. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive.